Hey, everybody, welcome back to the next episode of the Balanced Vibes podcast. My name is Kirsten, and I am obviously your host today. Today, we're talking about something really interesting, which is your body needs to feel safe before it can let go of anything extra. I feel like this is something that a lot of coaches and fitness programs don't address at all because this is not the main focus. We're always talking about the how to lose fat, how to eat less, how to train more. A lot of the things that you probably already know if you have been listening for a while know that they don't even guarantee you results. Eating less and less and less doesn't always guarantee you results. Training more and more and more doesn't always guarantee you results. And the thing is that we overlook something really important, and that is stress. Your body doesn't feel safe if it's under constant chronic stress. Now, some people may address it a little bit and understand that chronic stress comes from chronic undereating. Absolutely true. And this is why somebody who is chronically undereating is not getting better results. The body is just too stressed. And also, some of us know that doing too much exercise is also stressing the body and could be the reason why the body doesn't want to let go of anything. So we're going to talk about these things. But in addition to that, we're also going to talk about the mindset side of things and also the internal stress, because some of us are really good, and that's me too, really good at internalizing a lot of stress, making things sometimes bigger than need to be, and maybe don't always have the resources to deal with that type of stress. And believe it or not, that also can slow down your efforts or getting your results that you want. It can slow it down no matter how hard you try. To get started, let's talk a little bit about that extra that you want to get rid of. Maybe it is like extra fat on my belly or extra cellulite on my thighs, whatever it is. While for you, it may seem like extra because you don't want to see it, it's too much. For your body, when it's stressed out, it may feel like protection. It doesn't feel like that there's anything extra at all. And then it wants to hold on to it. We have talked a lot about the detrimental effects of chronic stress and chronically undereating and chronically overtraining. And your body just feels that there's a lot of danger, there's like actual threat. And that's why it doesn't want you to let go of anything. So this is the first example that it's so important to understand that if you keep hammering your body and you're not ever resting and you're keeping yourself in a constant calorie deficit, then this is a huge stressor on the body. And the belly fat that you see as extra, your body does not see it as extra. It wants to keep it on because it feels like this is the way to protect itself. It's very important that if we have a weight loss, fat loss goal, and I actually like to focus on fat loss a lot more than weight loss because weight loss is not very objective always at all. If we have that goal, it is important to find that right amount of food that we should be eating. It's important to find that right amount of exercise that we should be doing. It doesn't matter how much you can do. You might be able to do 7 hard workouts a week. What matters a lot more is what's appropriate for you. And if you are now doing 7 workouts a week and never recovering, guess what that is? It's chronic stress. It's chronic stress. We have to moderate that, and we have to calm your body down and teach it how to do better workouts, do a little bit less, but so that now you're actually getting results. The same thing goes for food. Your body doesn't perceive that there's anything extra. You may see like, oh my God, I'm eating too much, or this is extra. No, it's not. If your body is chronically starving, then it doesn't see anything extra. It doesn't want to let go of anything because what you give it is already so scarce. So it doesn't really let go of the body fat that you want. So these are the 2 biggest stressors that I see and 2 biggest reasons why your body just doesn't feel safe. Maybe you are undereating, maybe you are overtraining. It could be one or the other, and a lot of times it's actually both. But now let's also talk about the other side of things, which is the mental or the emotional type of stress, and it all comes down to nervous system regulation. So this moves us away from the physical, from just the food and exercise. And this is something that I find most fitness programs, I don't actually know anybody who addresses that. What's going on internally for you and how this can cause stress for you too. The thing with, for example, stressful thoughts is that they can be so strong, they can create the same biological response in the body like an actual danger. So we are really powerful, and I want you to understand that we are so powerful. We have this ability to internally think ourselves to the state where we get the same stress response. We get, for example, elevated blood sugar, we get elevated cortisol, of course. We are in this fight or flight activated when we are under chronic stress. And a couple of weeks ago, one of my clients told me that my watch told me to chill and rest because it picked up that I am stressed out. And I asked her what she was doing, and she told me that she was really worrying about her job change. It was a stressful situation for her. The watch picked up that her heart was beating faster and she was maybe hyperventilating, which are typical signs of stress. So it should be clear that when we are creating ourselves a lot of internal stress through our thoughts, when we always go into the worst case scenario, when we always picture that all the bad things are going to happen, when we always have really negative self-talk, when we are gossiping, when we are bitching and complaining about things, this creates a lot of internal stress and really toxic environment. And it can also impact your body's ability to let go of what you perceive as extra. So be really careful about it, and don't underestimate it. If this is something that you resonate with, if you feel like, yes, I am kind of anxious, I am kind of like somebody who thinks a lot of negative thoughts and I just can't shake them. I feel like sometimes they make me jittery, they make me, sick in my stomach. Then I want to offer you a couple of things that you can start trying on your own today to bring your body back to that balanced state, because it's so important to create that sensation of safety in your brain and in your body. And I also want to mention that your body and your mind are not two separate things. How many times do we ignore the internal completely and we just focus on getting the food right, getting exercise right, and we don't understand that of course it impacts our mindset, and our mindset impacts our physique as well. So instead of seeing them as two separate things, see them as one entity, one unit. They're just like two sides of the same coin. They're so connected. Your mind and body are not separate. Okay, let's get to the point now. What are some of the things that you can do to calm your body down when you find yourself in this really stressed out state? First thing you can do is to take some breaths, but instead of just the common advice like, yeah, take a deep breath in and deep breath out, and I want you to be a little bit more strategic about it. So I am a functional breathing coach, and I know that there are way more details to it. It's not just taking a big inhale and exhale and hyperventilating, unless you're going to a breathwork class, which is wonderful. But if you want to calm your body down, what you want to do is actually to slow down your breath and keep your breathing a little bit lighter. What it means when I say slow down your breath, try to do it so that you count in 5 seconds and out for 5 seconds. That takes your breathing rate down to 6 breaths per minute. And if you can keep that for, let's say, 5 or 10 minutes, this is amazing. Your nervous system will calm down and your stress response will calm down. When I say light, you want to breathe in a way that it's not so deep that you take your lungs full of air. You actually want to breathe in so that you create a little bit of air hunger at the top of your inhale, and then you let it out. So it's almost like you're decreasing how much air you take in. So it's very subtle. You should only feel like your belly is moving laterally, but your chest is not moving. So it's not like this typical big like inhale that a lot of people do. No, actually your breathing is very light and it's very subtle, and it should feel like I could take in a lot more air, but I'm not going to. This is exactly how you actually calm down your nervous system and bring it back to balance. The second thing that you can do, and this is my big favorite, you probably knew that this was coming, is cold water exposure. You guys, there's nothing that calms you down the way cold water does. You can do whatever is available for you. You can take a cold shower, you can take an ice bath, or if you're not ready for these things yet, you can simply put some cold water on your face and feel what it does. Of course, when you do it, the first couple of seconds, they're never pleasant. They're never pleasant for me either, even though I have been practicing this well over a year now. But what happens is that, yes, first you get that stress response. Your body is telling you, you're going crazy, get me out of here. Your brain is actually telling you that. But when you get through that, then you notice that you start calming down. And then when you get out of the shower or ice bath, you are feeling really calm and really present. And it is scientifically proven, and it's been shown in studies that you are activating your parasympathetic nervous system by doing that. Okay, this is not just like, oh, I felt good, which is very important too, but it's also scientifically backed, and this is true. This is one of the simplest ways to get yourself into that parasympathetic mode where you can feel more rested, and you notice that you are a lot calmer and your body is more rested as well. The next thing, if possible, go outside and get some sun. The sun also has really calming effect on the body. You just feel more relaxed, and getting daylight, getting some sun, especially before 2 p.m., it's very important, and also regulates your nervous system. Very simple thing to do if you live somewhere where there's sunshine. If not, still try to get outside as much as you can. The next thing I want to say is literally talking to your brain. And that sounds probably like, oh my goodness, she's going absolutely nuts. But wait for the next one. This is where I go absolutely nuts. But talk to your brain. So what does it mean? Sending your brain messages of safety and calm. Okay, safety and calm. Because most of us have this like little nagging voice like, oh my God, you did this wrong. This wasn't good enough. Look at this problem. Look at this problem. There's an issue here. There's an issue there. Oh my God, what did this person do? And all this is sending a message to you that there's danger, right? You have to react to it. You have to respond to it. So when you feel this way, start calming your brain down. Tell yourself, I'm fine. You can even put your hand on your heart, say, hey, it's fine here. Everything is okay. There's no danger here. Absolutely no danger here, because your brain doesn't know the difference between the perceived and real, right? So your brain may even think that there's something actually going on, that I have to, send out a bunch of cortisol now to save this person. It doesn't know that it was just your thought, right? So tell yourself, literally tell yourself, talk to your brain. Okay, it's good. I'm fine. I'm safe. Everything is okay. And then one more thing that I want to say is notice your vibration. I told you it's going to get into that woo-woo lines, but it is important. So this is something that I've been working on lately to a lot, understanding how the vibration works and what we attract when we are tuned into some kind of a vibration versus another kind of vibration. So what do I mean by that? So when you think about the old school radios, right? It had the dial on it. You could choose the station where you want to be, what you want to be listening to. And you can actually tune yourself into that better emotional state as well. And this is one of the ways how you can bring that calm and presence back to your being, because when you choose the right station, you're going to feel better. So what are the options? Your station could be like anxious, nervous, go, 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 never give yourself a break. Do you want to be there? Or can you tune yourself to a place where you are feeling gratitude, where you're feeling happiness, where you're feeling you can take yourself back to a moment where you felt really great, where you felt maybe like lots of love in your heart. So where do you want to be? And this is up to you. You can literally change that based on your decision, based on what you want to feel. And it's totally your responsibility. You cannot say that, but this person did this to me, therefore I'm going to be anxious and depressed and mad and angry and gossiping and all that. No, like whatever that other person did, you can still choose a different station. So you can literally put yourself into that state of calm and relax by taking yourself back to maybe a place or a memory or a sensation that felt really, really good to you. And this will immediately take your stress levels down and immediately get you into that place of ease and joy and happiness. So these are my tips for you. Remember, your body and your mind are not separate. They are actually the same thing. They're just two sides of the same thing. And it's really important that for the most part, as much as possible, we are in this more relaxed and present state versus being on the go, 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 hyper everything. I know it may seem kind of like, oh, I don't know if it really works that way. Like, does it matter like how I think can really impact my physique? Of course, it absolutely can, because remember, your brain doesn't know the difference between perceived and real. So I hope this was helpful. I hope it makes sense to you. Don't overlook the mindset side of things ever. This is just as important as the physical. I want to give you one more reminder that my program Metabolic Reset is closing on Sunday. So if you are somebody who has been in this low calorie state for a long time and stopped getting results, you're probably super stressed out. You probably have been stressed out because of low calories and because of overtraining, but you may also have some mindset things going on that are not letting you get any better. So make sure that you get that program. It's available until Sunday, February 27th. And after that, it's going to close down. It's going to come back later, but it's going to cost about 4 times as more as it does now, because I'm going to add some things to it later. So I really want you to get this program if you have this issue, if you have been struggling with weight loss resistance, fat loss resistance, because I know that it can help you, especially if you have been under eating, overtraining for a long time. All right, this is all I got for you today. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, you always know where to find me: YouTube, Instagram, email, Pinterest. I'm everywhere. So I'll see you next time.